Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, we are going to make a beautiful folio today, and I think you're going to love it. Stay tuned. Have you ever been stuck on matching papers and patterns and embellishments and you don't know the direction in which you should be going? Well, two things that you can always count on working for you are paper pads or paper kits. Today, I am going to show you how we can use a paper kit to get a very cohesive look. Even though we're going to be mixing patterns, y'all, it's going to turn out great. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you are here. Welcome to all of my new subscribers and to all of my new friends. Welcome back to all of my longtime subscribers and longtime friends. Thank you guys so much for the awesome way in which you support me and my channel. Choosing papers and choosing patterns is probably one of the most frequent questions that I get on how do I know how to match this paper to this paper. So today we're going to focus on taking a paper collection and using that to create our project. This is what we're going to be making. I'll give you a closer look in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here is what I mean by a paper collection. This was called the 12 Days of Christmas Paper Crafting Kit, 32 pieces, and it's from the Paper Studio. Originally, it was $5.99. I was able to buy this at the end of a Christmas sale a couple of years ago when they were at 90% off. I was really surprised that this was also included, and I guess because it was Christmas themed. So y'all, I got this for basically nothing, but it included stickers, embellishments. Here's what I was able to get. You can look on the back side and you can see these papers. Using a kit takes the guesswork out of which papers should I use with this pattern because they're all meant to work together. And then I have my stickers here, and embellishments here. This allows you to create a very cohesive project. And the project I made only took a portion of this, so I still have enough to make another project or two if I want. So here's what I made, and here's what we're going to be making today. We're going to be making the 6x8 trifold folio. I decorated the front using some of the plaid paper from that pack, and then I popped it with some red and used a cut apart and mounted that to some mats to create my outside cover. Then when you open it, this is the first thing that you see. You see this page here, and this page is designed so that you can add a picture here if you want. You can tuck in some cut aparts or even some more photo mats here if you like. Then this opens, and on this side we have another photo mat, but it's also a tuckable. So I used the embellishments that came with the pack to create these tuckables. So I didn't put them all the way down with glue. I left some room so that we can take another photo mat or a cut apart as I've done here and just tuck it behind. And the same thing here with the larger mat in the middle. I used one of the embellishments from that paper collection, and then I just glued the edge of it. And that way I'm able to tuck under, add some photos, add some cut aparts, add some tags, whatever it is I want to do. And then on this side, I added a pocket. And in that pocket, I took some of the tags that came with this kit. And then I took some cut aparts from a Christmas cut apart sheet, and I put them in the pocket. So you're able to do this with so many different things. And if you like to send out Christmas newsletters or Christmas updates, this is a very beautiful way to do it because you can still print out the information of what's happening with your family, or you can handwrite it and you can mount that there. You can mount a photo of the kids going to the pumpkin patch, or the kids at Easter, or the grandkids on Mother's Day. There's so many different things that you're able to do with these folios. And because we have 3 prominent sections where you can add photos and tuck in photos, this is a very useful project and idea. And then on the back, I simply took another piece of embellishment, popped it up with a sticker, and placed it on the back side. Super easy to make, 6x8 by 5/8. Here's what we're going to need to make it. All right, because I'm moving, I am running across things that I purchased and have used or haven't used. I have used this before, and it might have been a year ago or maybe a year and a half ago. I'm not really sure, but I've used this on a project Didn't use it as much as I wanted to, but we're using it today. And this is a collection pack from Graphic 45. And this collection is the Farmhouse collection. And you can see here at the bottom all of the different patterns that you get in this package. And then you get 2 sheets of stickers. And I'll be using those stickers as decorative elements. And I'll also be using those stickers as my tuckables for this project. I took this out of the plastic, so hopefully you can see it without too much glare, but you can see all of the different patterns that we have. What makes this work, no matter the pattern that you choose, the colors all stay consistent. So here are the papers that I have decided to use. I have already cut these into the pieces that I need, and I'll give you those piece sizes in just a minute. But as you're able to see, we are using 1, 2, 3, 4 different patterns from that collection. And it's going to work because when you look at this, the colors all speak to the eye in the same way. Nothing is more prominent than another because the colors bounce off of one another. They are the same throughout. So this will be a chipboard project. I have 3 pieces of medium weight chipboard and they are cut at 6 by 8. If you don't have medium weight chipboard, you can try this with cereal boxes double stacked, shoe boxes. You might even want to try it with cardboard. If that's all that you have access to, guys, please use what you have. And then I have a 5/8 by 8 inch strip that will serve as a spine on one portion. Then for my jacket, I decided to go with this beautiful, fun, Fresh Eggs paper. And this jacket size is 10 by 12. We have 2 pieces. Then for the inside liner, we're going to go with this beautiful orange and black and cream plaid. And we have 1 piece that is cut at 7 3/4 by 12. And then we have 1 piece that is cut at 7 by 7 3/4. Then I have the background mats for the white paper we'll be using for photos. This is basically cardstock texture. And we have 2 pieces that measure 5 by 7. And we have 1 piece that is 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. Then I have my pocket. And this measures 5 7/8 by 4. And then I have the white mats, which I'll be using as photo mats. I have 2 pieces that measure 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And I have 1 piece that measures 5 by 7. And then I have some scraps that I'll be using on the project. I won't be giving you measurement sizes for these right now because it will depend on the sticker sizes that I need to mount to these. And then finally, I'm going to be using some of these cut aparts from the cut apart sheet that is called Rise and Shine from that Farmhouse collection. I might use 1 or 2, haven't decided how many I want to use, but this is the sheet that I'll be pulling from. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to join my 2 pieces of 10 by 12 together. I am using a 1 inch tape to do this. You can use whatever width you want to use. It's completely up to you. So I have placed tape going down this edge, and I remove that tape backer. Make sure these are going in the same direction. And then I'm just going to take this piece and place it down on top of the other piece to give us one long piece. So if you have sheet paper, this is the perfect project for that, because then you don't have to join any papers together to get that one long piece. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to place 1 piece down, then we'll place the second piece down, then we place a spine, and then we place the 3rd piece down. And the reason why I'm not putting a spine here is because really I want more of a flat fold over and not the book style fold over that we will get on the finished project. So I am going to go ahead and remove my tape backer from my chipboard pieces, and we're going to place it down. So we'll go ahead and place that piece right there. Then we'll take our second piece and we're going to place it down. And we're going to go just a little bit larger than 1/8 of an inch. Not a whole lot larger, just a little. And we're going to take our spine, which is 5/8 by 8. We're going to place that down. with a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch in spacing between it. Then we'll take the last piece and we're going to place it down again with about a little more than 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And now I'm just going to trim away this excess. I'm not going to throw it away because I'll probably use it on the front of the book, because I have a feeling that my seam might end up being on the front. Don't really want that, but sometimes it's unavoidable, and so we're going to hide it. And I'm using my big old spatula just to make sure I have a good stick between my paper and my tape. So now I'm going to take my stylus. I'll press that stylus into the chipboard and just drive it into the paper to get a nice score going all the way around. Y'all, if there's one thing I hate doing, it is moving. Hacking is just something else. Slowly but surely getting it done. So now I have everything scored. I'm just going to stand this up and train my paper to fold. And now I'll bring in my finger blade and I'm just going to miter my edges. And by mitering those edges, I am basically cutting at an angle across the end so that I can fold over and have a nice professional looking fold over. If you think that you have cut your miter too close, you simply need to take that piece that you cut, place it down with some glue, and that way when you fold over, you won't see the raw chipboard at all. So now I'm just going to take my tape, and I normally use glue or my tape runner, but I'm going to go ahead and just use my tape. No particular reason. And then let's just take that tape, make sure it's nice and stuck. Then we'll peel away the tape backer, and then I'll stand it up and we're going to fold over. And I get a lot of questions about why do I use chipboard? And I use chipboard because I like the professional look that it gives to my project. It's not one of those things that you have to have if you don't have any chipboard. But for me, I started out using poster board many years ago when I wanted a hard edge or a professional box that was hard. I would use poster board. Then when I discovered chipboard, I mean, it just changed the game for me. So I like to use chipboard. It's not one of those things that you have to use to get a beautiful project. I just think that it adds such a nice finish to my projects. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking my big old spatula and I'm going along the edges, and that just helps to square everything and to give me more of a professional look to my project. So this is what we have right now, and this is our liner. So the liner is going to go here, and then we'll have to join it here. So now we need to take some tape, and we're going to place tape to cover the chipboard so that we can get ready to put down the liner. So let's just smooth that out and work that tape in. Then I'm going to bring in my liner pieces, and I am going to add tape along the edges of the 12 by 7 3/4 inch piece. Then I'm going to add tape to the corners of my 7 by 7 3/4 inch piece, or the edges. I said the corners, I meant the edges. And then I'm going to take my tape and just fill in, because I will be overlapping just a little bit of this, and I want to make sure that I have really good coverage where I might be overlapping. And I think That might be all the tape I need. So now we can peel away the tape backers from both the jacket as well as the liner pieces, and we can put these down. So I am going to stand to put this down because I want to make sure that I get it as even as possible on my placement. So I'm going to place it like that. Then I'll remove my tape from this piece and we're going to place it down. And when I put it down, I want to make sure that it's overlapping with this piece. So I'm going to place it right there. And either I didn't cut my piece straight or I laid it crooked. Not as straight as I would want it to be, but y'all know what? I am not going to stress over that. So I'm going to use my big old spatula to get everything nice and stuck. And then I'll just start defining my spine. Like that. And then I'll do the same thing here. Just going to get a good definition on my spine. And now I can stand it up like this. And I'm just going to work it a little bit to loosen my papers. Want to make sure I don't stress it so that my paper will crack, but I will do this back and forth because it does help to loosen that paper. And then I will do this here because that helps. And so now we have the body of our folio. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to place a mat right there for a photo, because this will actually fold in and you'll get to see that first when you open it. So here's how it'll go. It will go just like that, and then this will fold over the top. So I'm going to take the background mat, which is 5 by 7, and the white mat, which is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I'm going to place it down with my tape runner. You can use tear tape, you can use glue, you can use a glue stick. Y'all, it is completely up to you. When you're crafting and you have an idea and you want to know if something will work, the best thing that you can do is just go ahead and give it a try. That's how we learn. If it works, keep doing it. If it doesn't, try something else. So we're going to take this piece and place it down like that. Then I'm going to take my tape runner, add some tape to this beautiful back. We could have gone with either side of this because it all works. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to place it right there. I see that I have a little spot on that white. Not to worry, because we can cover it. So now when I open it, on the inside, I'll be placing the mat that measures 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And on top of that, I'll be placing the 5 by 7 white mat. But on this side, we'll be placing the 5 by 7 mat. And on top of that, another 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 inch white mat. So I'll follow that same process. I'm going to add my tape. I'm going to place this down, trying to get it even. Then I'll add some tape to the back. And we will place this mat like that. Then we're going to take the piece that measures 5 by 7. This is the white piece. And we're going to mount it to the 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 inch black mat. Now I'm going to take my tape runner, add some tape to the back. Let's go ahead and place this. Trying to get my placement just right. And get that nice and stuck. So there we have our mats down. You can close it like this by closing it from this side, folding over, and then your book will open from this side. Or if you want it to open from this side, close it like this. Close and close. But I do think that I want mine to open from this direction. So to get that direction, we fold and fold. And so now I'm going to place my pocket. My pocket is going to go right here. I'm just going to take my scissors. You guys know how I do with my pockets. Very simple. And I am going to just do an angle cut. The depth is totally up to you. Again, my pocket was 5 7/8 by 4. And so I'm going to take my glue, place some glue along 2 edges. And we're going to place this down, making sure that we don't have it hitting the score mark or the fold mark. And go ahead and just give that a little burnish so that it can start to stick. This is already turning out to be a very beautiful, beautiful project. And it works well because in looking at this, we already have 3 different patterns working, and it doesn't affect the overall look at all because the colors all flow. So I'm going to use my stickers as decorative elements on this. And in order to get that tuckable part, I am going to take my stickers and mount them to a mat. So the first sticker that I think I want to use is when you open it, I want this to say Fresh Style. I'm going to bring in a piece of brown scrap to mount my sticker. And then I'm just going to cut it out. And then I'll angle and angle to follow the triangle of the flag. And we'll do the same thing over here. So now I'm able to take this piece, add a little bit of glue. Now we're going to place it right there. And that gives us a decorative element, but it also has created a place that we can tuck a photo mat or some cut aparts, whatever you want to put. Now we have this page here. I think I'm going to use this one that says Farmhouse. This time I'm going to mount this to black. And then I'm just going to trim around a little bit to try to match that shape. So there we have this one. I am just going to add a little bit of glue along this edge. Now I can take this one and we're going to place it right there. Give that a burnishing so that it will stay flat. Now we need to find something for here. I think I'm going to take one of my triangles. Let's see if we can mount that to some brown. I think we can. And then I'm just going to trim this out. I'm going to take this one, add some glue. I'm going to put it right there. Get that nice and stuck. Then I also think that I'm going to add just a little sticker here at the top. I think I'm going to take one of my little flowers and just add that sticker right there. Let me get this inside. And we'll put that in. Just to add a little bit more to the center page. Now I think I'll take just a little bit of this border and I'm just going to place it right along the bottom here. Then I want a sticker for right here. And I think I want a really large sticker. And I think I'm gonna try the one that says make hay. So it's a two-parter as well. So let me see if I can get that straight. And then we'll take this piece and put it down like that. Stay a little bit consistent with these flowers and just put one there. And then I'm going to put one down here at the bottom, or I'm going to put something at the bottom. It's going to be this little piece right there. So it does not take much to create something as beautiful as what we have created here. I am going to cut out some cut-aparts so that we can start integrating those into our project. So first I'm going to take the center cut-aparts because I really want those. And I'm just cutting these out. Then I think I want a few of these here at the top that sort of look like tickets. And let's just cut these apart. I don't think I'm going to cut them all apart. I think I'm going to leave a couple together as if they are tickets. So I am going to take my tape runner, add some tape, place this down. Then I'm going to see if I can freehand cut a somewhat straight line. I might have to go back and tweak that just a little. And so now I can put this on here just like this, but I also want to add a black strip. So I'm going to take some of that scrap that I had left over and I'm going to cut just a narrow strip. And I think I might even make the strip, 3/4 of an inch wide. And then I have stickers on here that I think I also want to add. And I am going to take the farm animal stickers. So I'm going to take that sticker and we're going to try to place it down the center of our strip. And then I'm going to take my glue and just place some glue. On this piece. And then I'm going to place it down so that we can cover that seam. This is just one of the little things that I do if something doesn't work out the way that I want it to, or my seam happens to fall in the wrong spot. Sometimes it's unavoidable when you're joining papers together. But yeah, that looks really sharp. So now we're going to take this and I'm just going to put it down like that. So I am going to add some glue to the back because that's what I have out. I'm going to take this piece and I think I'm going to mount it at an angle as well. And then we're just going to smooth that to make sure that we have a good stick with our glue. Now we have a beautiful cover on this. I can open this. We can tuck in some of our tags just so that you can see how easy this is to make a tuckable. Like that. And then we can tuck some tags in this pocket. And so I happen to have another mat, and I think what I'm going to do is just cut out another photo mat and just put it in the pocket. So first I need to measure this, and it is 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. I need to cut my white mat at 3 1/2 by 5x5. And now I should be able to mount this onto there, and I can. So I am just going to take some tape, add some tape to the back. Place that down. Grab one of my stickers, and this one says whipping cream. And we're going to place that right there. Very simple, but oh so stinking cute. We're going to tuck this in that pocket, and now you're able to see just how beautiful this is. It was so simple, but it is so effective. And like I said earlier, if you send out Christmas letters every year, why not send it out in this format? You can still do it on the computer and print out your pages of updates, and you can place them here. You can even place them here, completely up to you. But y'all, this would be a very unique idea for sending out a Christmas letter or a Christmas update, or just an update in general about what's going on with you and your family. So I am going to close and close. And that is how beautiful that farmhouse collection looks as a folio. And so here is my Hobby Lobby collection. You can see how fun, festive, and Christmassy this one is. And so there we have both. Y'all, it was super easy to make. You saw how easy it was for me to put this together, and then just using stickers and cut-aparts, create this beautiful, standable, trifold folio. Super easy, super cute, super practical. So let's fold, and there we have it. So, which one was your favorite? Leave me a comment. Let me know if you'll be making some of these. I hope that you will. And I hope that you have enjoyed this awesome video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.